like peel layer back for 1 second. Everything is a boundary. Okay, so my girl is more than welcome.
So your boundaries are she can't go on a girls trip?
Yes, this is the deal. It's a boundary. She's more than welcome to do whatever she wants, but if she crosses the boundary, the relationship is over. And let me get something straight. Most relationships, guys do not have this power. Most 90% of relationships, the guy is broke. He's a normal dude. He's a beta. He's just a normal guy who doesn't hold any boundaries in his relationship. He lets his girl do anything. Most guys are those type of guys because they're scared. They are scared to say what they truly want. Like, this is a very feminist, gynocentric society. You cannot say things like this without being shamed, ridiculed. You could lose your job fucking talking about some of the stuff that I talk about on this podcast. You got to understand. So most men will not say what I'm saying right now. It takes a man in a certain situation to even be able to be honest with y'all. And this is all I'm doing, guys, is being honest. And I have facts and science to prove to you biologically why men feel this way.
Like, I respect your feelings. And I respect why you feel that way. But when it comes to that, I feel like men saying that they don't, like, not saying they don't want her to do anything, but for what I'm saying right now, men saying they don't want women to do anything, I feel about that exactly how you feel about women telling men to be emotional. Reason being, you said you don't like women telling men to be emotional because when they become emotional, the women don't like that and they back off. I feel the same way about that situation from experience. I was in a relationship. He didn't want me to go out. He didn't want me to do any of that. And out of respect for him and out of his boundaries, I did that. And you want to know what happened? A year into our relationship, he was like, you are always here. You need to get some friends. You need to go outside. You need to do this. So y'all want it until y'all have it. Because I was very loyal. I was in the house when he wanted me to. If I wanted to go to dinner with my friends, that was one thing. But going out, that was a complete other. So I didn't do that out of respect for him because he didn't like it. But that just meant that now I'm at home more with you. Now I want to cuddle. Now I want to get on your nerves because you're my only friend and I want to be at the house with you. Yeah. And a year into the relationship, he was like, dang, you hang out with your friends some more. They don't want you to go out every once in a while. They don't want you to do this. They don't want you to do that. So men want that until your girlfriend's sitting in your lap 24/7.
I think that's a very confused guy to tell you one thing and then completely revert it because, yeah, I've never done that in my life. I've always wanted it. I've literally broken up with a girl and thrown her shit on the fucking porch when she went out with her friends one night. Like, you gotta understand, there are guys like me that are fucking, this is the boundary. And if you cross it, it's over. And here's the thing. Like I said, 90% of men, most of the guys that y'all have dated are not going to say what I'm saying, okay? They're not.
I have a point on that.
Yeah.
So I do want to kind of get a better understanding from a man's perspective on that because a guy has told me, like, because like I said, I'm a travel agent. I'm a traveler.
Yeah.
That's a passion of mine. So before, I was in a dating scene, I'm going out, traveling with my girls and stuff like that. So when I came across a guy, he was just like, what's the point of you going on these trips with all these girls? Why are you doing that? So I'd be like, what do you mean?
I would love to. I want to break this down so bad for y'all. No, let me fully break it down. Okay, so there's a couple. So there's two big things behind it. One is experience is everything to a man. We want to be. This is why chastity is so big. Why we want virgins. Why we want young women. Because we want to be the first for you to experience a lot of stuff with. That is what feels good as a man. That's what makes us feel even more masculine. Is I'm taking you to Cancun for the first time. I'm the one who's taking you to these places. Like, we're building an experience together that you've never done with somebody else. Yep. That is an extremely amazing feeling to a man. Okay, that's what we love a lot. So, like, when y'all go and experience and go do all these things, it's like scars. A man with scars is attractive. A woman with scars is not. That is just it's a biological fact.
Hey,
so yeah.
Oh, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah. So because of that, like, that is something that is just how all men are. Now, the other big thing with that is, say, like, a man lets you go on those girl trips. First of all, even you subconsciously know that guy is a beta fucking bitch. Like, don't get me wrong, you probably love him or whatever it is, but you kind of just don't respect him because a woman who really respects her man doesn't even want to go on trips with their girls. They really don't. Especially a young woman that hasn't experienced a lot or had all these crazy experiences and stuff, they don't care at all about that type of shit. They just want to experience something awesome with their man. So, like, and then another thing with that, here's the thing. Women can say all the time that, like, they're super loyal and stuff like that, but when you're out drinking in Cozumel with your friends, I was drunk, he was sexy, we're in the foam cannon party, one thing led to another, shit can happen. Women are emotional creatures, and y'all are extremely horny at certain parts of your periods. Extremely horny. And so you can sit here and try to deny it and stuff, but I could show you all these studies that show that women aren't as perfect and loyal, as amazing as you can. And if you're a man in a really good relationship, why the fuck would you ever risk it and let her go do that?
And
That's as simple as it
I
is.
kind of want to pick up on that.
Yeah.
When I was with my now ex, I got with him around the time I was 18, 19, and I didn't understand that at first either. I wanted to go out with my friends. I wanted to be out with my friends, and of course he did let me. But as we got older, he's like, "Okay, why are you going to the club? That single bitch shit. Like, why are you trying to be in front of niggas that you know are trying to look at you, trying to be with you, going out with your friends, like." How he just said, you get drunk, you're gonna fuck. Like, you might not always do it, but it's the possibility. And your man, he wants to protect you from that. He wants to protect you from
Protect the relationship too.
Yeah, and he wants to protect you from different situations that you can put yourself into. And yeah, you can sit here and be like, well, that's not me, I'm not gonna do that. But it's always the possibility, and he wants to try to avoid that possibility as much as possible.
I feel like that's where
I
trust
agree
comes
with
in,
that.
though.
That's
It's with the
trust,
club.
and
So
it all
here's
boils
another
down to
example.
deep-rooted insecurity.
So here's another thing with the club. Okay.
Sign language.
All right. Yes. Sign language always hits me with the shame, man.
No,
Shame,
no,
insults,
I'm not
guilt
shaming,
every
but-
time.
But
No, you always shame,
it's
insult, or
Insecurity
certain
is
guilt.
the same.
situations. It's certain situations, like, you know.
Every time you say that, that's like me telling you because you want a tall guy. You're short as hell, though. Why the fuck do you like? Why do you
Or
want
you
a
want
tall
a dude
guy?
that makes
That's
more
no
money than
it's
you.
just no. It's a
I feel
preference.
like
You have a
you-
preference. I have a preference. That's
feel
all
like
it is.
if there's trust and there's loyalty, it all boils down to the person you're dealing with. How well do you know them? You know, how mature are they? Like,
Here's
you're
the
choosing
thing.
to deal with this kind of
Here's-
person. If
here's
you
the
know
thing.
that you're
I
dealing with a
disagree with that.
person
You're
that goes out and like can't handle their liquor and is promiscuous and
but
like
let me explain something. You're talking as a
That's-
woman
that's who
with
you're
the
dealing with.
leverage, but you're talking as a woman that has the leverage. Who puts the ring on your finger?
Oh, man.
The man. You don't have the leverage. And this is the issue today is tons of women think
So,
I got the
what
leverage.
does that-
I'm beautiful. I got 10,000 guys in my DMs.
what does that mean?
I'm the one who chooses. I'm the one who
What do you-
makes the decisions. I'm the one who makes the boundaries.
So what are you
In
saying
reality,
by putting the ring
the
on
type-
my finger? What are you
the type
saying
of
by
guys because that
You
means
have
that you need to
power
think.
over
I'm
what?
saying that you need to think about what men want. If you want to be in a successful relationship, you have to consider what are men's preferences. If I'm telling you that most men have these preferences, but they're too scared to tell you, I'm giving you advice on how y'all could possibly get these men. Because here's the deal. Once again, what are men? They're scared. They're pussies. They don't tell you all this shit. They'll lie. So they'll tell you, oh yeah, do that, babe, do all that. And the low key thing is, if he's in a relationship with you, he's a beta bitch. But if he's not in a relationship with you, you are just fucking, and he allows all that stuff. He puts you in the sex only category. And y'all don't realize this. Y'all don't realize that guys have two categories for women. That we will seriously lie to you and tell you all the things you want to hear, and you'll be in the sex only category the whole time. And you'll never get the ring. You'll never get the fucking relationship. You'll never get the fucking kids. And guys do that shit all the fucking time. That all the guys down tell you spinning plates and stuff. I got a girl for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All those girls think they're getting something. They're never gonna get it though.
I feel like it just all comes down to respect and compromise. Because hearing what you just said, like literally, I understand that to an extent because of the relationship that I'm in right now. The relationship that I'm in right now, me and my boyfriend, we have the same birthday.
That's crazy.
We have the same birthday, and we already knew each other. But how we started dealing with each other, a party that was thrown for our birthdays, we went to it, we got drunk, and we went home together, and we've been attached at the hip ever since. But
Girl,
even
that's your
in-
twin brother. You better stop.
screaming. But even in us being attached at the hip ever since, there was always communication. Like even with the options thing y'all said earlier, me and him were very open about that. Okay, we're not exclusively dating, we're dating. I knew he had other options, he knew I had other options, but when we decided that we wanted to exclusively date each other, that was a conversation that we had, because he literally told me, yes, I had other women that I wanted to deal with, but you are the person I feel like I can connect with the most. You are the person I want to be with. And that's the choice he made, and we came together. And once we were together, we had a great time. We would go out and we would party together. But when I was like, oh, I'm about to go have a girls' night, not really feeling that. But of course, he's not going to be like, oh, you can't go. I can go do what I want, but it's the decisions that I make while I'm out that are going to determine the conversation when I get home.
I gotta go back to something really quick with the club thing. Okay, here's the deal, ladies. If your man was going out to the club and the entire time he's gonna have at least 20 women approach him, he's gonna have tons of guys or tons of women touching him on the shoulder, just trying to buy him drinks. He's gonna have tons of women constantly trying to get his attention, trying to do stuff with him. Would y'all be okay with your man going to the club?
See,
my man does.
No, just answer the question. Would you be okay with your man going to the club?
Yes.
Listen, because
No. Men, hold on. I'm still not done with my point.
I'm
still not done with my point.
Okay,
Men
go
and
ahead.
women are not the same. This is the bottom line. Y'all keep talking blank slate. that we're all the same. Men and
We're
women are the
not.
same.
No,
we're
we're
not
not.
the same. So if you think that you going to the club is the same as, say, your man going to the club, or that it's not something that can damage your relationship, you're literally looking at it from your perspective. Look at it from the man's perspective. You would not be okay with your man going and experiencing the same thing as you. If he was experiencing the exact same as you at the club, you would not fucking be okay with it at
But the
all.
thing about it is, he does experience the same things I do at the club. Like I said, now don't get me wrong. Don't make it seem like I'm sitting right here being like, oh, my man don't give a damn. I can go to the club whenever I want to, because that is not the case. That is not the case. But there are conversations that have to be had. Like I said, me and him, when we got together, me and him would go out together. So you would catch us every other weekend or damn near every weekend in the club together. You would catch us dancing with other women together, because that's what we do. But then if I go outside by myself, it's not always just a simple situation, because he knows there are gonna be men that approach me, and he knows me, so he knows that it's about how I react, and he knows that I'm not going to react, but he also doesn't even want me in the situation. So there are a lot of times where I'm like, ooh, babe, I'm finna go out, and he's like, ha, no the hell you're not. And I have to respect
And
that as
that's
my
okay.
man.
Yeah.
But there's
That's
also
okay.
a lot of times when he'll be like, all right, I'm finna go out, and I'm like, all right, go have a good time with your guys. And I know that there's a few women that tried to, oh, hey, and all that, but I also know that out of respect for me, he didn't deal with it. But there's also a lot of times where he'd be like, I'm finna go out with the guys, and I'd be like, ha, no, I just picked a movie, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
It's
Balance.
just really how you
It's
know.
balance.
Balance.
That's